So, Kilmeade. And pretty much everyone at Fox has a huge hard-on for the Trump administration. And that was certainly the case when it came to the Trumps and the way that they were received in the UK. Now, I don't wanna give too much away. You're gonna watch the video and you're gonna see the spin doctors do their best to spin what happened to Ivanka Trump. Take a look.
And here the door opens at 10 Downing Street. And again, and here comes Ivanka.
And John Bolton.
And some security.
The National Security Advisor and Ivanka Trump walking across together.
Does that sound like some booing?
Yeah, it does. And it's not for Ivanka, it's for John Bolton, and he loves it. He pretty much is looked at as somebody as the tough guy in that administration, and he loves that label.
Oh yeah, he loves it. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
When I watched it earlier, I was like, what?
Who doesn't love to get booed by a crowd? It's so much fun.
And also, nobody in that crowd knows who John Bolton is.
100%.
Stop.
100%. It was totally directed at Ivanka Trump.
Yes, the famous person. Yes, that's who they're booing.
Yes.
Because that's who they know. What? How do you even come to that logic? Like, and he was quick with it too. Like he has talking points or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But what I'm actually more shocked by is that there are people who buy that argument,
right.
who think
it's gonna be repeated.
Oh yeah. It was directed at the guy that no one knows. I mean,
right.
We know who John Bolton
because
is.
We have to.
Because we have to, unfortunately. But like, how do you buy that? And even if you bought that part of the argument, you're a human. So you know how humans feel when they get booed. Who would ever believe that there's an individual out there who basks in the glory of being booed by a crowd of people?
Right, exactly. Right, I mean, come on.
It's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
And recently, I saw this on the Majority Report hosted by Sam Cedar. I don't remember the exact details of the story or what spurred the conversation, but there was a woman who got interviewed about the whole Russia investigation and the Mueller report. And the woman was asked about how Trump obstructed justice. And she was given the I guess I do know the details of the story. She was given the details of how Trump had obstructed justice. And her response was, I didn't know that. I didn't know that he had done these things. I thought the Mueller report had completely exonerated Trump. And then she was asked, oh, well, where do you get your news? And she said, I only watch Fox News.
Of course, right.
Which gives you a sense of how, look, we are divided, there's no question, but we also live in different worlds, completely different worlds. We're given completely different information. And that is terrifying because sometimes I feel like we sit here and we're like screaming out into the darkness, right? And of course we have our audience and I'm so grateful for that, but we gotta get further, we gotta go further. We gotta somehow get the information to people who aren't getting a full, comprehensive look at what's going on in the country.
It's also so hard in this day and age where facts don't matter. And we see it over and over and over again, even on little things that don't matter. The president's saying that there were no protests against him. There is a building-sized blimp of a baby version of him. You cannot tell me he's never seen or heard of that.
Right.
Running around London right now. Like, do you know what I mean?
Loves me. I have the best approval ratings. I have the best giant balloons. They're celebrating me with a giant balloon.
That's my baby picture because they love me so much.
They love me.
And he was on a recording calling Meghan Markle nasty. And at first he denied it. And then he said he didn't deny it and just added words to his statement as if he said something. And it's just, this is all happening.
I didn't see that follow-up.
Right in front, well, he said that, he was saying, he tried to say, I said that what she said was nasty. No, that's not what you said. I think I agree that that's probably what he meant. The point is that that's not what you said.
Girl.
I think that he was saying, like, she's nasty for saying bad stuff about me.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
But it was still derogatory. It was still not a nice thing to say. It was still, and he was like, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be nasty to her. I can't be nasty to her. She can be nasty, but I can't be nasty to her. What?
And his original statement in his interview was, I didn't know she was nasty.
That's exactly what he said.
That is exactly what he said.
No more, no less. It's exactly what he said. The end of the sentence was nasty.
And he's the kind of person who has this obsession with power and other people who have power.
Right.
And so, I read this really great piece. I believe it was in the Daily Beast about how much he cares about appealing to the royals.
Right.
And so when that news caught fire, I think he was worried that it would somehow negatively impact the Queen's perspective on Trump. But little does he know that Trump overall has completely soured the perception of Trump. Like, you are a crazy person,
right?
I'm saying this as if he's watching the show. He's a crazy person. There's no question about it. He goes out of his way to antagonize our longstanding allies. He's going after Mexico with tariffs over immigration that in some cases Mexico has no control over. We don't have an influx of Mexicans trying to come into the country. We have an issue with violence in El Salvador, Honduras, Guatemala. They're trying to come into the country. Instead of thinking about the root of the problem and what he can do to solve the root of the problem.
And what was done decades ago to create the problem.
Exactly, and look, to be fair to Trump, he's not the one who caused the issues that we're seeing in these countries. But a lot of US policies has contributed to that. So
and you take that on when you become leader of this country.
Exactly. So, hey, why don't I think about ways to maybe use US aid to help these countries fight the violence so people don't try to come into the United States, so we can do something about that. Because let me tell you something, most people are not looking to leave their country unless they're desperate.
Right, do you think about how hard it is for people to leave their small towns? And when you live in a big city, when you've left home and you've already crossed that hump, you forget how hard that is, that first time.
Super hard.
But think about, nobody wants to leave their entire country and everything they know and everything they love. They love their homes.
Yes.
Nope, and so it's like, even thinking about that, it's so heartless. It is so heartless. And back to the royals, I did also read that story about how much he loves the royals and wants to be liked by them. I read that after the story about how hard Prince Harry ducked him.
Yes.
For an entire day, and it just warmed my heart.
In fact, so Trump really wanted a photo op with the younger royals, right? So Harry, William, Meghan Markle, Kate Middleton, you get the point. And the reason why he wants photo ops with them is because it'll play well with his re-election campaign. And so at one point, they're looking at some sort of exhibit. I believe it
was like American artifacts, part of the royal collection. Why do I know all of this?
You do know, that was good.
I know a lot about the royal family though, that's so weird.
So they're looking at this exhibit and Harry.
I think it was just artifacts owned.
That was perfect. And so they're looking at these artifacts and Harry agreed to go. And then he realized that there were photographers that were trying to get a picture with him and Trump in the same frame. And he immediately, he ducked out.
He left.
So good. Wild. It's so good.
Like what you see? Click the subscribe button below and don't forget to ring the bell to never miss another video from the Young Turks.